I'm going to tell him how you're trying to blackmail me into sleeping with you.
Able to beguile, blackmail, bribe, or be anyone at once.
When you came 5 years ago to blackmail me, I was furious.
Hey, welcome to TalkWord. This is the show where we dig into the secret lives of the words you use every single day. And trust me, you would be absolutely amazed at the history hiding in just a single word. Today, we have got a fantastic one.
Okay, so let me ask you something to get your brain working. What on earth could possibly connect these fierce, ancient Scottish clans from hundreds of years ago with a crime you might read about on the news tonight? Sounds like a total riddle, right? Well, the answer is pretty fascinating.
And there it is. The word is blackmail. Now, we all think we know what it means, but its journey, all the way from the misty highlands of Scotland to our modern legal books, is a story I bet you haven't heard. So let's uncover it together. So here's our game plan. First, we're going to crack the code hidden inside the word itself. Then we'll take a trip back in time to old Scotland to see where it all began. After that, we'll follow its journey as it changed from being about rent to being about ransom. And finally, we'll see how it landed where it is today.
All right, let's get right into it. The very first step to really understanding a word like blackmail is to just break it apart. You know, it's two simple words smashed together, but their original meanings, that's the key that unlocks this whole story.
Okay, so check this out. Let's look at the first part, black. In this context, it had nothing to do with the color. It meant something, well, something shady, illicit, illegal, unofficial. Now for the second part, mail. And this is the part that might just blow your mind. It has absolutely nothing to do with letters or the post office. It was an old Scottish word for rent or payment. So you put them together, and what do you get? Basically an illegal payment.
So, with that big clue in our back pocket, illegal payment, let's take that trip back in time. We're headed to the 1500s, to the wild, rugged borderlands between Scotland and England. This was a tough, often lawless place, and it's right here that our word was born. Back then, blackmail was a very real, very specific thing. Think of it as protection money. You had these powerful Scottish chieftains who would demand payments from local farmers. In exchange for this mail, this payment, the chieftains promised to keep the farmers' land and their cattle safe from thieves and raiders. And get this, sometimes they were protecting the farmers from themselves.
So you can just imagine this really tense situation, right? You've got the poor farmers kind of caught in the middle. You've got the raiders who are a constant threat. And then you have the chieftains offering protection for a price. This whole system of paying an illicit rent just to be safe was the original blackmail. It was just a part of life.
But here's the thing about words. They never stay put. They evolve. And over the centuries, the meaning of blackmail started to shift, beginning its long journey from being a specific kind of rent to the modern-day idea of a ransom.
You can really see the whole journey laid out here. It starts in the 1500s as this very specific thing, rent for protection. Fast forward to the 1800s, and the core idea, demanding money with a threat, had expanded way beyond that. It wasn't about protecting cattle anymore. It could be about protecting a secret. And by today, that evolution is complete. Blackmail is now a serious crime all over the world. And that brings us right back to the present. We've seen the incredible history, so now let's just lock in exactly what blackmail means when you and I use it today. The absolute crucial ingredient for modern blackmail is secrets. It's the crime of demanding something, usually money, by threatening to reveal information that could really damage someone. The threat is the weapon, and the secret is the power.
So using it in a sentence is pretty straightforward. You could say something like, the cybercriminal tried to blackmail the company, or he was a victim of blackmail. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one person using a secret to threaten another person to get what they want. So there you have it. How amazing is that? We started this journey with Scottish farmers paying an illicit rent to protect their cows, and we ended up with a modern, global crime involving secrets and cybercriminals. It's just an incredible transformation that proves how much story can be packed into one little word.
It kind of makes you look at your own vocabulary a little differently, doesn't it? What other words are we all using every single day without having any idea about the amazing or strange or surprising stories they're carrying around with them? Hey, if you thought this was cool and your curiosity is buzzing, you can actually create your own deep dives for any word you want. Just download the TalkWord app and you can start exploring right away. Thanks for hanging out with me, and stay curious.